let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Here we go on 4th down.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Snell. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Underwood. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to the ground with Pierce. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg. Snell, they'll roll him out right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Snell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Dameon Pierce. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Buccaneers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out.
out there, but it'll be third down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Rodgers on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Taken in at the 11. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3-and-out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3-and-out. I went 3-and-out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Snell. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Underwood. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. The Falcons at 6-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go play action now. Jackson flush to his right.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here's Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marquise Bell.
And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe four.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit out a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
In motion left comes Williams. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Again, Jackson.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Jamison Williams.
36 yards.
And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a play fake here on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Snell. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Underwood. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Rodgers to return it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going for it with Pierce. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Buying time to his left.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Off-play action. Snell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Snell.
Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll try and throw for it here. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Off the play fake, Snell. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket.
That's complete to Pierce.
And some room to run now. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. They go play action here on 1st down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Give left side for Pierce.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Handoff left side, Pierce.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. They go again with Pierce. Room here to run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Dameon Pierce
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Buccaneers are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, that uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Jackson on first down, dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They go with Chubb on second down. The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Chubb.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Play action. Snell. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Jackson now. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Jackson. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bucs, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.